Commodus, the Roman emperor who thought he was a god. Rome had conquered kingdoms. Its legions had crushed kings, crossed deserts, and built one of the greatest empires the ancient world had ever seen. Then, in 180 AD, everything changed. A young man inherited Rome. His name was Commodus. He was the son of Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor who had spent years defending Rome's borders. Commodus inherited something almost unimaginable: an empire, a massive army, enormous wealth, and power over millions of people. But Commodus did not want to become another emperor. He wanted to become something greater. He wanted to become Hercules. At first, it looked like harmless symbolism. Then Rome began to see something disturbing. Commodus started presenting himself as the legendary hero. He appeared wearing the lion skin of Hercules. He carried the Heroes Club. Coins and statues connected his image with the mythical warrior. But then he did something no Roman emperor was supposed to do. He entered the arena. Imagine the Colosseum packed with thousands of spectators. The crowd is roaring. Gladiators are waiting for combat. Then the emperor appears, not in the imperial box, but inside the arena. Commodus participated in gladiatorial spectacles and presented himself as an unbeatable warrior. But these were not normal fights. He was the emperor. His opponents could not simply fight him as they would fight another gladiator. The arena had become his stage. Every victory strengthened the legend he was creating. Every appearance told Rome the same message. Commodus was not an ordinary man. He was Hercules. But while the emperor was performing in the arena, something darker was happening inside the palace. People were beginning to fear him. In 182 AD, a conspiracy was organized to assassinate Commodus. The attempt failed. And after that, the atmosphere around the emperor became even more dangerous. Suspicion spread through the palace. Powerful officials rose and suddenly disappeared. Political enemies were punished. Commodus increasingly depended on a small circle of people around him. The emperor had enormous power, but the more power he gained, the more isolated he became. And then came another problem. Commodus wanted more than obedience. He wanted admiration. He wanted Rome to worship the image he had created. His connection with Hercules became increasingly important to his public identity. The emperor was turning mythology into political theater. But Rome was not a theater. The empire had borders to defend, provinces to govern, armies to pay, enemies to watch. And while Commodus was building his legend, the political class around him was becoming increasingly hostile. By 192 AD, the situation had reached a breaking point. Commodus had survived one assassination attempt, but now a new conspiracy was forming. This time, the conspirators could not afford to fail. A plan was made to poison the emperor. The poison failed. Commodus survived, and now the conspirators knew something terrifying. If the emperor discovered who had betrayed him, they would be next. There was only one option left: kill him directly. December 31st, 192 AD, the final night of Commodus's reign. The emperor was inside his palace. No foreign army surrounded Rome. No enemy king had invaded. There was no battlefield. The danger was already inside. A wrestler named Narcissus was brought into the plot. And then, according to the ancient accounts, Commodus was strangled. The emperor who had entered the arena as Hercules, the man who had presented himself as almost divine, was dead. He was only 31 years old. But the story did not end there. Rome suddenly found itself without an emperor. Commodus was followed by political chaos, assassinations, competing claimants, and civil war. The stable world associated with Marcus Aurelius was disappearing. Rome itself would survive. Its legions would continue marching. Its cities would remain standing. Its empire would continue for centuries. But something had changed. Commodus had revealed one of the greatest dangers of absolute power. When one man controls an empire, his fears can become policy. His ego can become propaganda. His obsessions can become public spectacle. And when that man begins believing that he is more than human, stopping him can become almost impossible. Commodus wanted to become Hercules. He wanted Rome to remember him as a godlike hero. But on the final night of 192 AD, inside the palace he believed he controlled, Rome reminded him of the one thing even an emperor could never escape. He was still a man. Tap the left video to discover the true story of Rome's beginning, or tap the right video to uncover the First Punic War, the conflict that changed the Mediterranean forever.